All right, feet are comfortable. I don't know what can be seen if you're looking at me, but feet are comfortable, heavy heart. Let's talk a little NBA. Um, Before I even get into per se just the NBA, let me give a shout out to Steve Ballmer and his wife Connie. They're holding a a big concert in his new stadium for the victims of the terrible wildfires. And Steve and Connie have announced that they will match any contributions that come in. Good for you. Good for you. You got, what a massive, noble, wonderful thing. And contrast it with what Trump and Musk are leading and all the things that they're cutting and all the people that they want to hurt. All right, back to NBA. Let's start with Jimmy Butler. Wow, this has been a real interesting one. Let me give you my thoughts. Jimmy Butler is making $50 million a year, and he has an option next year, his own, for $50 million. And he's refusing to play. He's forcing his way out. And I'll tell you something. Sure, you put the Heat in a bad situation, but you're a distraction. You can't play anymore. You've done it enough, and when you've come on the court, you haven't played. I remember that 1 foot little joke of a fall away even. And by the way, I've been a Jimmy Butler fan, but for your haircut and all of the piercings and whatever the weird shit you do. But you're pretty awesome. However, contracts go both ways. And I know the great players and the powerful have been able to exert all kinds of excess influence, except what Pat Riley and what the Heat are doing is apt and appropriate. You don't want to be there, and you want to distract, and you don't want to play. Guess what? You're not honoring your contract, and they should not have to pay you. And so it gets very, very interesting, because stay at it. They're not paying you, and you'll lose millions of dollars. You're hurting your own value. Ultimately, if a trade doesn't happen, what really gets interesting is, could they void your entire contract? You won't play. You made it untenable for everyone. We have to void the contract. This would be a first, but boy, it would be very, very powerful. Let me move along. Victor Wembanyama, you're starting to really step out. One of my questions all along is, just because you're 7'5" and you can do it all, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great player and a winner, because do we really want you handling all the time? Do we really want you shooting from far? Is it problematic that you can't bang in? You know what? You're answering a lot of the questions. You're still a young one, and you're tough, and you're tough mentally and emotionally, and your skill level is great. And good for you, Victor. I'm real impressed. Who else do I want to talk about? Real quick, Houston Rockets. You're a wonderful young team. You're really doing all kinds of stuff. Memphis Grizzlies. You're a wonderful young team, and you're big. You're really big. People are missing that. Zach Edey was a real big pickup too. You're giant. You're gonna have Jared Jackson Jr. and Zach. You're tough. I'm gonna pick this one up next. Ooh, this cigar. I'm gonna do it next time. It's not okay. It's not NBA, sports. How horrific the plane crashes, and how horrific the deaths of those young skaters and the others. It's been a really tough time. Oh, I have one more NBA thing. Let me roll it back. NBA is scrambling. Let's make the quarters shorter. Commissioner, stop trying to change everything. I really believe Donald Trump has a lot to do with the NBA being less popular. The NBA are strong. They're powerful black men and women who see what a repulsive criminal figure this commandant and thief is. That's what's going on. Colin Kaepernick would never have existed in the NBA. This is Hal Mintz, thumbs up for feet up. Thank you.